Welcome to Local Business Brainstorms. This is video 6 in the LinkedIn series, the ultimate professional networking tool. This is part 2 of setting up your LinkedIn profile. Again, we are accredited consultants with the United Local Business Owner Association, and you can get your free quick start guide to LinkedIn Marketing Made Easy at localbusinessassociation.org/LinkedIn. Let's continue with part 2 of setting up your LinkedIn profile.
Okay, let's go ahead and continue then with part 2 of setting up your profile. Just because it's a longer video, I wanted to split it in half to make it more manageable. So let's go back. Up until this point, we have actually signed up for the account, and now it is time to start adding more information to it. Just to give you a quick tour here around LinkedIn, you can see here that there's tabs that go across that allow you to access everything. We can edit our profile, we can view it, we can make recommendations. Some of these things, like the profile organizer, they're kind of tricks. You can't access this unless you pay money. So some of the things are not going to be able to be used by us, and that's okay, because you want to keep in mind that most of the population does not pay to be a premium member of LinkedIn. You don't need it. Still, I mean, it's a cool thing if you have a need for it. You can look at all the connections, the contacts that you have, ones that you've imported. You can look at statistics. You can join groups. We're going to talk about that. You can post a job, look for jobs, and also take a look at on LinkedIn you have your own email box. We'll talk about that too. And then there's even more things. You can run your own ads on LinkedIn. You can see they hooked up with Amazon. We're going to talk about this here. You can answer questions or ask questions. So it's a pretty neat little thing. We're going to take a look bit by bit, but let's go ahead and start with editing the profile, because right now your profile is pretty sparse. So you can see here that there's room here to put where you're currently working and also where you've worked in the past. And keep in mind that when you do that, I want to encourage you to keep it to relevant information based on what you're looking to do. So you don't need to put that you got one on some field trip in 5th grade. You want to keep it focused towards your company or your career, those kinds of things, and anything that's going to help. Certainly any other positions that you held at other companies that are relevant, by all means, or are going to help your case. Of course, by all means, put them in there. Okay, another thing you can do is, once you start connecting with people, you can ask them for recommendations. So one thing that is nice to do is, let's say, for example, you're a real estate agent and you go on here and you put all your contacts in, and some of the contacts that you pull in are people that you've already sold homes for. And you can request that they recommend you, and then when they do, it's going to give you a check in that column, and when others look to see, they'll see that you were recommended by others, and it's a good thing. You really should add your website, whether it's your personal website or the company that you work for. You want to have that in there. If you're on Twitter, that's great. If not, that's okay too. We'll talk about this in a separate video. Case summary. This is also something that you'll want to fill out. Basically, what you do. Specialties, are there specific things that you're good at, that you focus on? And you could probably already have an idea of those kinds of things, but again, if you don't, one good thing to do is to go, like we talked about before, and learning from the best. I'm using Google to search here, linkedin.com real estate agent. Let's go ahead and go back to the real estate example. If you're not sure what to put for all these different things, look at what other people put. You can see that here's a realtor, and for current, these are the things that he's currently a part of. These are things that he put down for his past, and then also the education. And this gives people a glimpse. So in other words, when you look at all this stuff here in this box, it is things that people are going to see it at the top. So you don't want them to be too long, and it kind of summarizes what you do. Down here you can have all this other stuff, just like this person does, all the way down here. But what people are going to see first, and what's most important, is this stuff right here. And there's the recommendations, people that recommended him. So, as you're not sure how to phrase things, and it's not really something that I can tell you specifically, say this, say that, because it's really going to depend on the market that you're in. So keep that in mind. And then we get down here to personal information, and if you have a phone number that's publicly listed for your business, by all means put that in there. If you use IM, which is things like AOL's instant messaging, put that in. Put your birthday on. It really depends. If some people might not be comfortable putting your birthday on, and if you don't, I don't think that's going to lose you any contacts. But just keep in mind, people like to see those kinds of things on there. And that's pretty much the basic things here. We're going to talk about specific things in separate videos. This is just kind of giving you an overview. There are specific things in this profile that you definitely want to do, and we're going to talk about those. I'll see you in a minute.